Alright, next part of our playthrough, and it's gonna be another championship, so we just won a Calsonic Skyline, so we're gonna be driving it. So I'm gonna hop in it. We got some money, so I am going to I think I was running with the slicks with the Astra. So I think I'm gonna do that again for the Calsonic Skyline. So do that. I don't think we need any upgrades. We could put on up to 90,000 credits for 878 horsepower. We don't need that. 607's there. 550's there. I'm just gonna quickly check at what our Astra did, but I don't think it did more than 400 something. 450, I think we're sitting at like 461. So we're fine. We don't need to do anything. I'm gonna go on Bone Stock. I'm gonna go on Amateur League again for one of our last championships in Amateur League, and one of our last events too, because we've gotten pretty far, minus the end. So, we kind of cap off, for the most part, the Amateur League. We have the GT World Championship, Amateur. Another repeat series, once again limited to no limits. Just hop in. I believe it's all race cars, GT cars, so we're gonna get this. Alright, whatever you say. Game sucks. This is a good balance. In fact, this is a great balance of cars. We got some endurance cars, we got the Lister Storm, we got a couple of JGTC cars, and no duplicates. I'm gonna take off the driving aids as usual. Let's just hop right in. So, just like the last series, everything is 5 laps, so this is gonna be another long championship. This will probably be a little more boring, maybe? I don't know. We're driving a JGTC car finally, though. Calsonic Skyline. It is beautiful in this game. I wouldn't seem very hyped, but I am happy to drive this car again. It looks nice. So, maybe unsurprisingly, the fastest cars are the GT Endurance cars. So the C5R, that Viper up there. I think the Viper is the ultimate rival, but that Corvette seems to be keeping up quite well with him, so. Yeah, you saw the highlights of the sprint, or rather, like, you know, lap 1, and, like, the incident at turn 1 with Checo and Stroll. That was, like, the only 2 highlights of the whole race. A little awkward. Sorry, Corvette, but I kind of had to do that. This car is much easier to drive than the Astra touring car, I will say that. Much more throwable. And we're pulling alongside the Viper. And we make short work of it. Okay, so this is going to be pretty easy, this series. Yes, they added the Skyline and the Supra again. I hope, you know, they weren't named with the livery, so I don't know if it's a placeholder name, or if you go to the dealership, you're going to see all the car liveries for this car. It'd be really cool if they did that, though. Because I'd love to see this Calsonic Skyline return, the R to NSX, and the Rayburg NSX, and, you know, all that fun stuff. Those GT classics. Big circle turn. You're getting bored of Asphalt 9? Yeah, see, you're starting to see why I stopped liking the game. It's not a good long-term game. Did a bird just fly past my window? GT7 might be the end of the K car. I think they'll bring him back. In some capacity. We'll have our boxes, I'm sure. Might be newer boxes, but I hope we get to see the old boxes return. Yeah, they added the GC Auto back. You can car wash, oil change, all that good stuff. Yeah, Justin. I don't miss Asphalt at all. I am very happy I left. I actually, you know, I don't think about... You know, it's interesting. Leaving Asphalt has like changed my whole perspective on how I see modern gaming. I don't care to grind events anymore. Because, to me personally, it doesn't matter in the long run. Yeah, you'll miss out on a shiny new car, but... or a special item or something, but... you know, unless it's your full-time job, you shouldn't worry about missing out on, you know, grinding a session or taking time out of your, you know, your routine or whatever just to play a couple races so that you can get progress on a key to something. Yeah, Doug DeMiro made a video with the low-res car. It was such a weird video. I watched it. It's basically a show car from a shoe company. Marv, what's up? You probably won't quit, but you're scaling back. Yeah, I saw you made a video of the F5. I haven't watched it yet, but I asked earlier in the stream. I'll ask again. What's the consensus around the Venom F5? Because now it's out in the wild, right? And people have gotten to a point where, you know, you can actually drive it if you have the resources. So kind of what is the consensus around it? Do people have it? Do a lot of people have it? Is there whales that maxed it out? Is there any use for it other than just stomping Legend League? It's the new king for sure, yeah. But I guess my bigger question is there any usability? It'll eventually come to Elite Class S, but it's basically going to be the same case as when people had the LVN or the Jesco or the Tuatara, right? The F5 event, yeah, is terrible if you don't have the Legend Pass. And if you do have the Legend Pass, well, you are not out of the woods yet. Okay, so this thing is really good on tires. Dare I say we could use the mediums in another race. I should have probably bought the medium slicks. Oh well. I think it's not the worst event. But you need 40 to 50,000 tokens. Is that just to unlock it, or is that like to max it out? Okay, so is everybody pitting? The Pennzoil's pitting. Is everybody on the medium tire is my question. But looks like a couple people have even skipped it. The Lister is in second. The Lister Fister. Need 100,000 tokens from Kieran. I can't believe it, guys. Lister in second. Anybody who knows the lore of Gran Turismo will understand the significance of this event. Snotato still in chat. You haven't played Modern Combat in a while. It's 40 to 50,000 just to get the packs. Oh wow. Okay, that's pretty steep. That's like so much progress evaporated. Oh, the C5 has actually caught the Lister and repassed him. Dream dead. Missing out some minis. Nice. Remaking the soundtrack. Yeah, the LVN. You guys realize you're gonna get another Drive Syndicate at the end of the year, and you know, we'll come back to my stream. You guys will be complaining as usual. Y'all know the drill. Okay, so that race was too boring, way too boring. I'm thinking I should switch to the medium tire and see how far I can ride out. So Lister, it pulls home an impressive third, a podium. But I'm wondering if we should try. We should try the medium tires from here on out. The Bolide, yeah, it's probably going to come to DS4. Okay, but no offense, but like saying, oh, because Furum said need 100,000, don't take that as your 100% locked, that's the only way response. Because I'm sure people could get, you know, luckier and whatnot. I'm thinking, just to make this spicier, let's switch to the mediums. This might be terrible, but let's see. If we lose this race, then oh well, we'll just switch back to the slicks. I should have bought both compounds though, the medium slick and the regular slick. Try to protect our tires at the start. And let's try to pull up a gap. So my strategy will be to try and get as far ahead as I can so that if I do need to make a pit stop, we'll have enough of a gap to catch the Lister. Because the Lister seems to be good on its tires, but the GT cars don't. Our tires are in pretty good shape, honestly. Yeah, Asphalt 10's dead. Whoa, we're going right into the back of the C5. He's stopping way too much. I thought when I test drove the Venom, it was pretty difficult on a keyboard. You need to have good steering. And admittedly, that's hard to do on a keyboard. You need like a gyroscope type steering. But it's not impossible to drive. The Jesco is similar to that too. Use the turbo. So yeah, our goal is to use this medium tire now that we're released. Let's drive as fast as we can, and then if we need to pit, we'll pit. I ever do drifting? It's difficult, especially like on a controller. In this game, it's hard. I haven't seriously tried drifting. In GT 4, 5, 6 in sport, it's easier. But it's harder in this game because the game has a lot more of a loose physics engine. Check ESL Mobile tomorrow. Are you in it? Are you commentating in it? I actually don't know though, so I assume there's an event going on tomorrow. Streaming on the... Oh my god, James, that's so terrible. Oops. Gamer moment. Maybe. Ooh. You are? Congratulations. I wish you good luck. Enjoy it. It's a fun time. I assume they're doing it remotely, like commentary. Or are they flying you out to a studio? Yeah, PSP is hard to do, but PSP has a dedicated drift mode. Whoa. Big lip. We survived though. That unnecessarily took life out of our tires though. Alright, so I think the medium will last, so I'm gonna not pit and just bono my tires. It's remotes. I see. I wonder if they'll ever do like full-on stadium esports again for asphalt. I know obviously COVID's gonna be a question from here on out, but I wonder if they are just gonna give up on that model entirely. Did the Viper not pit? Looks like the Viper did not pit. So, good thing we didn't. The tires are starting to drop off though. PSP GT is one of the least talked about games of this series. And I know it's a handheld, but I think that was a game that had so much potential that, well, due to delays and such, could have been much better than it was. I enjoyed it as a kid, but it's basically an arcade mode collect-a-thon, sort of, but there's only one way to really grind money. So you're better off just downloading a save file with all of the cars in the garage. Well, the license tests / driving missions are pretty fun in that game. Alright, so we made it on medium tires, so I think I'm going to stick with that for the most part. Because it'll make our strategy a little bit interesting. C5R has a bad race finishing in last as opposed to finishing second, so that'll help the Viper out. Or will he finish last? He's coming up right on the NSX. Ooh, he makes the pass for 5th just at the end and finishes 2/10 ahead, so did work out, sort of. But now that drops his gap, he's now tied with the Viper for 2nd place. Lister is actually 1 point off 2nd place, so Lister running strong. That's going to be another 10 grand. Gonna keep building our money. Apricot Hill. So this is the track that's hard on tires, so I think we might need to pit for this one. But let's try the mediums and see. Yeah, high-speed ring, I am super hyped about. I'm happy to see that one return. We're playing the MTSC version because I am from the USA. So this is a North American PS2, North American version of the game. So there you go. We are making quick work in the midfield, going straight to the GC cars. We are pushing that front right, for sure. Yeah, we're using miles per hour too. Caught the slide. Is there going to be a Max Verstappen challenge in GT7, you think? I know they did the Vettel challenges in GT5 and 6. You never know. That'd be great marketing. Especially if he wins the championship this year. Alright, see you, Marv. Thanks for stopping by. You think it's gonna play yellow? Oh yeah, when we fail a test again? I doubt they'll go that far, but who knows? Like I said before, this game seems to be heavily nostalgia based. So I know everyone says, "Oh, a fan service game is not the best," but I don't know. If it's done right, fan service is really cool. Because honestly, look at Gran Turismo 4. That game is a fan service game. And I'd argue it's the best racing game ever created. Because the music's all remixed from the old GTs. They brought all the classic tracks back except for Route 11. You know, the music's the same. The car list is the biggest it's ever been at that point. The events are really vast. GT3, yes, if you hold L1 and R1, you get professional mode in arcade, but it does nothing for progression. Progression is not impacted by doing professional mode. In fact, I don't think you get anything. So you just do hard mode anyway. I know this game has the Lamborghini Diablo. It's not that it's rare in GT3, but it was only released in the Japanese version. So if you were to somehow have access to the Japanese version of the game, you could trade memory cards and buy the car. And mini spoiler, I happen to have a memory card that has the Diablo on it. I do have Forza Horizon 4. I haven't played it in like a year and a half. I got kind of bored of it. I did most of what the single player has to offer. See you soon. Yeah, Route 11 is one of those tracks that need to come back. Quickly take a water swig. Drinking and driving. Stay on track. Okay, we made it. That was awkward, but we made it. So the Corvette pitted. Our tires are dropping off. I'm wondering if we should pit too. Each Gran Turismo version has a secret car. Not necessarily a secret car, but yes, they have a unique special car. That's pretty much only exclusive to that region. Should we pit? I mean, I'm looking to see like how far the Corvette's going. I think we'll stay out. And try to survive. I mean, we are going to survive. Our tires are not red. That's not critical. I am excited for Horizon 5 though. So yep, the Viper pits. I think the Lister pitted too. Or no, the GTR pitted. The Lister stays out. The NSX looks like it stayed out too. Yeah, the Lister, second place again. But it's gonna lose out to the C5, I bet. Run the final corner. Our front right is starting to turn orange, but we've held off pretty well. I think that's the Corvette coming up to take second place in the final corner. So we'll see if he does it. Gonna have a huge tire advantage at that end right there, so let's see. I see they're neck and neck. Lister, is he gonna hold on to P2? Oh, he just pipped him. 0.013 there at the end. The Corvette just pulls in for second. So, he likes to gamble with his tire strategy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. He's gotten luckier more often than not, so... Interesting. Now the Lister takes third in the standings again. Such an interesting development for the midfield. TRGT1, I bet that will come back. At some point. I did do a stream of Spider-Man PS5 when it came out. Spider-Man 2 is not going to come out until 2023 though. Next is Deep Forest. Tried to control my wheel spin a little bit so I can get a better launch. Lister drops back. Let's sweep it in. Whoa. We are throwing this car around. We are going to quickly go. Challenge for the lead. Take the lead. Lost the car for a step. Alright. There we go. Throw the car there. That's going to kill my tires, but screw it. This is a relatively short race anyway. Wolverine PS5, I think that's also 2023. I'll probably play it, I just need to see another trailer about it. A gameplay trailer. I trust Insomniac to do well in it though. So, my take on GT7, at least from what they've shown, it's like GT4, but with GT7... It's kind of like what GT Sport should have been, sort of. Or at least what people expected of GT Sport to be back in the day. It's a proper Gran Turismo with GT Sport's engine, pretty much. Which, I don't care. I like GT Sport's engine, so I don't mind it. Gran Turismo 1 and 2 obviously had the same engine. GT3 heavily took from GT2's engine. And then GT4 had a brand new engine, which GT5 and 6 based it off of. And GT Sport even uses some of GT4's engine a little bit. Sending this car everywhere we can. Yeah, the trailer The intro part of the trailer is so cool. But that's what I mean by it's a heavily nostalgia game. It's tingling at our, nostalgia. Looking at the GT1, GT2, GT3, GT4 type shots, especially that scene where it's the Porsche 917 spinning around like 5 different environments. It's the exact same style as the GT4 intro. And the last shot is where, it looks at the rear left of the car and it's looking at the outside of the garage. That's exactly the same as the shot from GT4. I think it's the exact same environment too. It is such a nostalgia trip, like goosebumps. Your PS2 has been sold. Aw, that's a bummer. You can find another one though. They're still pretty cheap. PS2s are cheap nowadays. The controllers are hard to find though. I've been looking for controllers forever and I can't find any in good shape. And I think we could have actually tried to buy the soft tires. Yeah, you can do a PS2 emulator if you have a good enough computer, but in my opinion, the PS2 is, good enough to enjoy it. Alright, we didn't pit again. The Viper's gonna pit. Pennzoil, I think, is going to stay out. So basically, if the Corvette pits on lap 3, the Viper pits on lap 4. And then the Pennzoil might pit on lap 4. That seems to be the general pattern. Hit the cone. Easy peasy. I think it's going to be a new fastest lap too. Yep, 1:10.9 with dead tires. So the Corvette actually recovered to 3rd place, but the Pennzoil held on to 2nd. And the Viper is actually going to lose out big time getting last place with that lap 4 pit. So pitting is risky in this series. In my opinion, the best times to pit though are when you have the long tracks like Grand Valley and Route 11. Anyway, that's another dub on the medium tires. We didn't even need the slicks. Alright, so what do you guys think? Do you think we should get to race 5 and call it a day, or do you think we should just bang out the last 5 races? Your guys' call. Hey, I'm playing on a DualShock 2 too. It's only playing in like certain chord positions, but it still works. This is Route 5? Yeah. What do you guys think? There's 6 races to go. We're obviously going to do it this one. We're going to bang it out? Alright, we'll do that. Still trying to do my throttle control. These races are going quicker. than I thought they would. Because we're driving faster cars. This car is faster than the touring cars we drove in All Stars and Japan GT. And the tracks are somewhat shorter. I know they're all the same tracks, but... Do I have PS3? Yeah, I have one directly behind me. I think at the end of the year, I'm going to do a video showing off my full gaming collection. I just got to get a bit more organized. And then I have some stuff that I ordered that I'm still waiting to get delivery on. That should give you an indication on what's coming in my collection. But I will show it off. But yes, I have every single PlayStation. 1 through 5, the Vita and PSP. I don't have the PS TV. I'm playing on a real PS2 Slim right now, though. That's how you guys are seeing. So the game looks this good on a PS2. I'm using component cables with my Elgato capture card. But yeah. And I have... So I have two PS2s. I have the fat one that I had as a kid, and then that one... We thought it broke, so we got a Slim, but turns out you just need to clean the laser, so... Both actually still work, but I'm just using the Slim because it's smaller. I know it's bad for discs, but... It just runs better than the fat one. I have two PS3s. I had a fat PS3 that my grandpa gave me when I was like 10. He had gotten it in like 2006 or whenever it released and never really used it. So it got the yellow light of death kind of quickly. So then we got a PS3 Slim. And I still have the fat PS3, but I haven't turned it on in like 9 years, something like that. 9-10 years. I could mod it. That's something we could do. But I was actually thinking, for modding a system, I was going to pick up a PS3 Super Slim, because I don't have that, and mod that one. And then, I never played the PSP Go. I know what you're talking about. It was a Sony Xperia, and it had a PSP built in the slider. I wanted that when I was a little kid, but, I mean, obviously nowadays I wouldn't really use it. It would just drain the battery. Pretty cool though that that phone exists as a gaming phone with the controllers and stuff. And I hear the controls were actually pretty good. Pretty good for a phone. Just ahead of its time. And obviously this is PSP Go, which I hear is great for modding, but I have a regular PSP 3000 that I got when I was like 11. You should clean the dust of my fat PS3. Yeah, it's been sitting in my basement for 9 years. It's really dusty. My fat PS2 also sits in my basement, but I think the last time I turned that on was like right at the start of quarantine, so like a year and a half ago. Every other system, like, I try to keep, you know, turning them on, and I dust them off whenever I'm cleaning my room and stuff. I just turned on my PS1 yesterday to try out one of my pickups, and it worked just fine. So, there's that. You know what's sitting dormant now is my PS4. My PS4 is just sitting, it's right behind me. I've had it since it launched in 2013. I got that game for Christmas, I got that system for Christmas that year. And yeah, I thought the PS4 was going to explode in its last years. And then as soon as I got the PS5, I've kind of never turned on the PS4 again. Because the PS5 is basically a PS4. Did you say the keyword? What am I going to do in the next stream? We're probably going to do some of the professional league stuff. I haven't fully decided, so here's the issue we're going to come up with once we finish this series. We have to do Rally at some point. At some point we have to do the Rally League. My original plan was to do it after we finish IB. I'm wondering though if we should do it in between when we do Amateur League and when we do Professional League events. Because there's a bunch of IB races in Professional League. that we can do. But the question is, do we do Rally League in between then? The Rally League is completely separate from the rest of the game. Yeah, we do the Rally license and you get the Escudo, sure. But Rally for the most part is going to be, you know, separate. Endurance League I'll probably do scattered in between when we're doing the IA license events in Professional League. I won't do them at the end, because there's some championships I want to try out with some of the endurance cars. Okay, here's my plan that I just thought up in my head right now. We do Rally League after GT World Championship. Then we do the IB races in Professional League. Then we do the single race events in IA Professional League. Then we do endurance races. Then we do the IA championships. Then we do the super license stuff. How does that sound? Or we can mix up endurance and IA championships. We can do like half of them and then do a long championship. There are 3 ultra long championships in the Professional League that are IA. All-Stars, Japan GT Championship, and then sort of the GT World Championship. I guess that's the shortest of the 3. In the Super License, those are going to take forever, but those are at the end of the game. You can do anything you want. I guess it is my decision ultimately, so. We take another easy win. The NSX actually comes home in second. So it looks like everybody's getting their share of good results, except for the Lister. Lister's just hanging around the midfield. He's tied for 3rd now. So, let's see. Alright, I'm going to save the game. But I'm going to keep going. We'll finish up the championship. Back. Hey look, it's that track that's coming to GT7. Trial Mountain. Yeah, this Escudo on test course. Alright. Let's finish up this championship. Do I ever do the dance or do the intro of the show? Maybe when I was a little kid. You know Total Drama Island? I memorized that theme song. I still know most of it. I had the PS5 already? Yeah, I pre-ordered one last year. That night the pre-orders dropped. I spammed in the Sam's Club checkout for 45 minutes and managed to secure an order. And I got a PS5 at launch. Not on the day it came out, because there were some delivery issues. But basically, the PS5 launched on like November 13th or something. And my mom took delivery of it like on November like 17th or something. So a few days after the PS5 came out technically. And then I came home for Thanksgiving break that Thursday. And we did our unboxing stream. That night, the first thing I went to when I came home was to my PS5. I remember my brother came home too. He's like, "Where's the PS5?" It was a fun day. That was a fun time. I abandoned all my friends a day early just so I can go, and ditched my Friday class just so I can see my PS5 one day early. So, should we prefer PS4 or PS5? I mean, right now the PS5 doesn't have too much games for it. Really just Demon Souls and Ratchet and Clank right now. Eventually we'll get some exclusive games, but even GT7 and God of War will be releasing on PS4. So, in my eyes, right now the PS5, since it's backwards compatible with the PS4, it's basically a souped up PS4 Pro. That's how I see it. which I don't really mind. Considering how hard it is to find the system now in a shop or online, you know, I'm glad I have it now. And I actually use it. I'm not scalping it or flipping it, you know, like a lot of people online are doing. That's scummy. There are so many PS5s that are just going to lay dormant, sealed in the box. And then in 25 years, people can be like, hey look, here's a PS5, brand new, sealed. Please give me $20,000 for it, you know, something like that. Even though, I'm going to pause for a second, even in the video. Look, guys. I have the box in perfect shape right there. It's in perfect shape. So if I really wanted to resell the PS5 and flip it like that, I'd just, well, put it back in the box. I still have all the packaging and everything in that box. So, and you could easily re-shrink wrap it. In fact, I don't think the PS5 was shrink wrapped at all. It just was the box like that. There was a piece of tape that, yeah, you had to break off to open. But you guys saw what we did in that stream. Just opened it. I put the box back together went after that stream. And, yeah, sits on my shelf proudly with my other PlayStations. Ever since I got my PS3 Slim, I've kept every single box to all the systems I have. So, and then my parents also kept the box to my PS2, which I'm happy for, because that looks nice on my shelf. But yeah, I had the box to my PS3, my PS4, the PS4 Pro, the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, although I don't think the Xbox One's there anymore, it's in the basement. My PS Vita. Unfortunately, my PSP box got lost somewhere. I don't know where it is. Yeah, the PS5 got a revision with the smaller heatsink. That's interesting. Not that I really care. Not a major revision. It's not worth selling my PS5 to get a new one. I think eventually we'll see a PS5 Slim. Eventually. In a few years. That's a nice slide. I have multiple consoles? Yeah, because if you could tell, I like video games. You know, something I always like to ask people who played Asphalt was, why do you play Asphalt? Because for me, I love driving games. And I thought Asphalt was a fun driving game to play. The flaps on the PS5? You mean on the side? I wonder if, like, you can just, like... I'm surprised they haven't sold, like, colored face plates or anything like that for the side of the PS5. I will say, with the vertical stand on the PS5, I've already lost the bottom cap. So... it fell off at some point, and I can't find it. And I think some of the rubber feet on my PS3 have fell off over the years. Doing a big slide, murdering our tires, just for the fun of it. This will be fun, doing GT7. I don't know, I think the white flaps have been relatively sturdy. I mean, I have my PS5 sitting up vertically. I actually think that's probably the better way to use the system. I had it on the horizontal position for a little bit when I was at college, and it's just extremely bulky. What if there's a GT7 Collector's Edition? You know, one thing I don't have for Gran Turismo are the Collector's Editions, really. I have the Steelbook for GT Sport, but I don't know. I know there's a collector's edition that had a diecast car for GT5. There's a GT6 and Sport collector's edition that released in Europe. Big gap. We win again. Race 6. The Lister did not do so hot. But the Castrol Musion NSX coming in. 2nd place again. It's starting to catch up to the GT cars. I'm actually really close to sealing the championship by race 7. I actually almost sealed it right here. Anyway. Here we go. That's not a good thumbnail shot. Seattle. Look at that launch on the NSX. There's like a bee on my window trying to get in. Or maybe he's building a hive right outside my window. I don't know. Big slide. That took some life out of the tires. Lister coming up. Maybe going for a pass. Just a sniff. Yeah, if you didn't get the message from my farewell Asphalt video, I am not playing Asphalt anymore. Now, like I said in the past, we aren't a Gran Turismo channel now. We're still a gaming channel, and I mostly do racing games. It's just GT3 is a long game. Like, really long. Like, 100 hours long game. And if I only stream 2 hours a week, well, do the math, that's like 50 streams of GT3. So it's a lot of content. But I've been meaning to properly play this game for years now. And this is our time. So GT3 for me is sort of like a palate cleanser for my other games. I plan to play through Burnout 3, some more Need for Speeds, some like completely side games. You know, we did Crash Bandicoot 4 not too long ago. We'll do one-off streams, of course. I haven't played Spyro games. Dude. 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 Sorry for the video archive. But also, yes, I have all 3 Spyros for the PS1. And, you know, it's funny. These are one of the few games that I have the boxes for. I don't have the manuals for them. I had to buy one of the manuals secondhand. But the other ones, I do have for the PS1. Let's put these back. Alright, sorry video archive. But yes, Spyro was my first ever video game. My parents told me that I've been playing, you know, PS1 since I was like 1 or 2 years old. And the first game they ever put in my hands was Spyro. Spyro the Dragon. On the PS1. And, well, obviously I liked it because it's a great game. Fridays for America. I didn't buy tickets. I wanted to go, but I didn't have anybody to go with, so I didn't want to go alone. So, sad. Sag. It would have been a nice weekend. But you know what? My camera has a smudge on it, and I gotta get that cleaned, so it wouldn't have been a good time anyway. Ooh, got a bump. Yeah, I have one of the Legend of Spyro games. I have Eternal Night on the PS2. I don't remember beating it though. I remember playing it for like one weekend and then just, you know, stopping for whatever reason. I forget if I got bored or if I just had other stuff come up and never came back to it. I'm just driving very sloppily. But yeah, I played Spyro, and then of course my parents got me the other two Spyro games when I was really young, and I kept playing them all the way through. Even as a teenager, I still enjoy them as an adult. I know the game, like, the Reignite trilogy is the best way to experience them, but I love the PS1 games. They're so good. The controls aren't great anymore, but there's so much charm to them. Oh, Corvette's bidding. Oh man, so I actually have to inherit a position. I don't pass for the lead. Oh well. Our tires are looking okay enough. Alright. So just going through this championship. Yeah. I had entered the Dragonfly on the PS2, and as a little kid I thought it was fine, but in the amount of times that game is terrible. It's just filled with bugs and it's unfinished and it's just a mess. And then the Legend of Spyro games were obviously unpopular. Then it had that weird Skylanders phase that I never played. But now Spyro's back because of the Reignited trilogy, and supposedly they're making a reboot just like Crash 4. I just hope that, well, they make the game fun and they do what makes a Spyro game good. Crash Bandicoot 4 was interesting. I liked it. As a plot and as levels, it was a really fun game. But if you're a completionist who's going for 100%, that game is, well, too hard. Too much. They overdid it. For the gems and trying to get 100% and doing the secret endings and getting all the perfect relics. It's just way too much. You have to be a god at Crash Bandicoot. And if you're just playing through just to get through the levels, do as much as you can in one playthrough the game, then it's a fun time. I liked it. I probably won't come back to it though. Why don't I play Asphalt anymore? For the billionth time, I just don't find it fun anymore. Pretty easy answer. There we go. Easy dub. I think that guarantees the championship too. About to hit 32 hours, by the way. Alright. Yeah, we got a big gap. 40 points with 3 races to go. You can just chill out for the rest. Wow, I'm guessing. I'm about to have a heart attack? I don't know. Inspired PS1 is relaxing music. Yeah, I love the soundtrack. And it's made by the drummer from The Police, Stuart Copeland. He does a great soundtrack. So, I hope they bring him back if they're doing another game. I know they've brought him back for Reignited. So, 3 races. Whoa. I don't know why they broke so aggressively for that corner, but they did. You could have taken that flat out. Oh well. Still watch my top 10. They're top 5s. I don't like the top 5 videos, honestly. I thought that was lazy content for myself. And a lot of the videos are outdated nowadays. Because the cars get buffed and the economy changed and all this stuff. And I get tons of comments saying, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. And it's like, dude, I was right when the video was released in 2016. Look at the upload date. Sorry that Game Loft made the game harder, but that's just how it was. They ruined it. Okay, so the field is actually spread out quite a bit here. I might have to win on tire strategy. But there is no tire strategy, we're on the mediums. But then they don't brake hard for this corner. Yeah, Legend of Spyro is like such a interesting thing, because you gotta watch him grow up to be an adult dragon, which is strange. I never played Dawn of the Dragon or New Beginning. I played part of Eternal Night though, which is probably the weirdest game to start on for that series. And then one of the Spyro games I never played, which I probably should have at some point, was A Hero's Tale. But I just never got it. So interesting, the field is spread out quite a bit. I wonder if we can win on just pace. I'm trying to send it as much as I can into these corners. I just don't have the speed. Five seconds for the Viper. Even the Pennzoil is hard to catch up to, which is so weird because the NSX was doing pretty well. If the Corvette pits, we should be good. Yes. Got a little nudge, but the Viper should pit then. Trying to move on the inside. Where is that Viper? He is way up there. Gap's now 3 seconds. Gonna miss Kimmy next year. Yeah, it's kind of sad that he's retiring and he's all done now. Pitting? Yes. Now the NSX is coming in hot. There goes the Skyline. Now the NSX. I also have to watch out for the Corvette. He's gonna come in fast. There's the Lister and the NSX just chilling out behind me. I'm looking out for that Corvette. There he is. He's gonna be really fast. And my tires are dead. There he is, he's back there. I think we got him though. As long as we can hold off the NSX, we're fine. There he is. Corvette coming right up. Going in hot. And they're all kind of in a line at the end. The Viper's caught up even. Anyway, we take that win. Kind of unconventional way, but we got it. A win's a win. We did strategy there. No stopping. UNISEX picks another 6 points. Gonna come alive in this series. But I think with 2 races to go, the Corvette's all but got it. We're at 1.1 million credits now. We're at 11. We might have to pit on this race. A little bit of a step out there. Desert Raid, welcome back. We have 2 races left in the championship, so you're not too late. Whoa. Thanks, Corvette. The guy who quit his $100,000 job to work for Logan Paul. I think that's actually a fake video, in my personal opinion. He did it so he can get the headline. Because if he really had a 100,000 job, who would actually quit it? How did he get to a spot where he'd make $100,000 anyway? They have horsepower. They do have an upgrade now. Or it's rubber banding. See, that's how we were fighting the Viper, and now all of a sudden the Corvette is way ahead. Could have had a good exit. Okay, so what I'm going to do for pit strategy is I'm going to follow the Viper. I think. You like this track? Yeah, it's a fun track to drive, but the AI kind of suck around it, so it's mixed in GT3. This would be really fun on a wheel though, and that Ferris wheel though. Well, look at this, I've caught up to him. We'll get a slipstream. PvP Pro, welcome. There's no demo for Horizon 5. So look, our tires are already solid yellow on the end of lap 3. I'm thinking for tire strategy, let's pit and see what happens. We have the championship secured, so if I lose this race, oh well. I want to make things a little spicy. Look at that, the Viper's following me into the pits. So is this the first pit stop of our game? It might be. But there go the JGTC cars. He's gonna go unsafe release? Not quite. So we're going to be released out into clear air with fresh tires. And we have to make up basically 15 seconds on the Skyline and the NSX. .9 seconds we have to make up on the NSX. You think like, oh, that gap's impossible. Fresh tires? Anything can happen. it is like F1. Now gap 17 seconds. His tires are eventually going to drop off too on the last lap. We just gotta drive fast. This time I could really like push the tires, since I only need 2 laps. Gap is 15 seconds. So the Pennzoil pits, but I think the NSX skipped. Lister doesn't pit though, or the Lister pits. So it's just the NSX that stayed out. So we'll take at least 2nd place. Let's see, now the gap's 13 seconds. It's 12. It's going down, but I might need more laps actually. I might have lost. He's just at the end of that corner. Yeah, Silverstone brought in a lot of fans because, well, drama. Trying to drive as fast as I can, but it's just not enough. I'm catching up, but not good enough. I'm driving as fast as I humanly can. I'm gonna see him on the finish line. I won't pass him. Seven seconds. Oh, I need one more lap. It's not gonna be enough. I don't think he pits on the straight either. Oh well. So pit strategy doesn't work. We needed more, we needed another lap basically. So, oh well. Yeah, Corvette and Viper didn't really do much for us. I thought with the pace of the Viper and the Corvette in those races we could catch them. But I guess not. Oh well. So we won't clean sweep the series. Boo-hoo. What happened at Spa? Oh yeah, that's right. Last time we streamed, we didn't talk about Spa. We were going over George Russell's qualifying. A race didn't happen. Okay, so I'm going to just skip to the next session. Oh, we're not going to pre-save because we're just going to take whatever car we get as our prize. I know there's one really good prize car and 3 like kind of crappy ones. Alright, Grand Valley. Let's just try to win. We could have tried the slick tires on Route 11, but I was bored and wanted to try a pit strategy. But turns out, staying out is overpowered in this game. It could be because of rubber banding AI and whatnot. I think the series was overall pretty interesting. Yeah, Yeah, George Russell got a podium, but he didn't really have to drive for a podium finish, so it's weird. He has a podium now in his record books for Williams, but his performance on Sunday was virtually non-existent. It's all about his Saturday qualifying, which was great, and he was rewarded for his great qualifying. I don't know, the spark just doesn't hit as well as it would, like for Gasly winning at Monza, or Ricciardo getting a shock podium, or Ocon winning a few races ago. From seemingly nowhere. We're gonna send it on the inside, maybe? Espin got the fastest lap, but fastest lap wasn't recorded because there were no racing laps. But that was funny. Look at this, with the slipstream we're getting no advantage over the Corvette. Who's my favorite F1 driver? Vettel. Seb, Ashton, Vettel. And mostly for Gran Turismo 5 and 6, honestly. And then when I started watching F1, he was driving for Ferrari, which is my favorite manufacturer, so that was just like a match made in heaven, and well, I cheered for him for those championship contending years, and now I'm cheering for him to get points and podiums. Hoping for one more win, one more title maybe. Probably not, but maybe one more win. Yeah, Hamilton with his classic team radio of someone dropped a bomb in his toilet. It smelled nasty. That was just really funny and out of place. Was it Alex Albon maybe? Corvette is pitting after only 2 laps. Wow. So is he going to 2-stop this race? Yeah, he changed to Aston Martin this year. He was driving for Ferrari from 2015 to 2020. But yeah, this is his first year with Aston Martin. Yeah, the half point messed up the aesthetic of the leaderboard. So now we need another half point race so that we can fix it. Ooh, a little wide. Tried to push the tires and that didn't really work. Oh hey, it's me in the NSX again. And the Corvette is caught back up? look at this Corvette's right back up here. There's some heavy rubber banding going on with the AI. Yeah, last week was a pretty boring race, but it was the Dutch Grand Prix, so Max had a good day. We'll have a good day tomorrow, I bet. I don't know. On Fantasy GP, I put Lando Norris as winning the race. My podium prediction was Norris, Verstappen, Leclerc. And that doesn't seem too unlikely tomorrow. It could happen. So, we're going to stay out because of what happened last race. Does the NSX stay out? Yes. And the Corvette will pit again. But the Viper's coming in hot. Whoa, they're right back in it. Okay, so we're defending on orange tires against the NSX. We won't make the same mistake as last race. But yep, the Viper and GTR are back. The Viper is gonna challenge for second. Probably gonna try and challenge my position too. Ooh, Viper. Look at that scrap up there. Viper, I think, just stuck second though. Oh yeah, clear second. He's gonna drop all those positions. Oh lord, Viper coming. My tires are dead. We just gotta yeet it one more time. Take the best line we can. Whoa. I just had to do that. Sorry, buddy. I wasn't gonna let that happen. That was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. But that caps off the championship. 0.06. That Viper was going in hot. But yep, the NSX pits the C5 for second place, actually. The Lister holds on to 5th place. Amazingly doesn't come in last, so good job, Lister. All in all, pretty close championship. Besides me, of course. So, there we go. 10,000 credits in the bag. Again. That was a fun series. Now it's time to get our prize. So, first off, we're gonna get a big trophy. Not a guy spraying champagne, but it's just a good old trophy that says Gran Turismo on it. And 100,000 credits. A sandwich with GTR buns, yep. Alright. What is our prize car for winning the entire series though? The championship. I see a thing with the wing. Bro! That's a poggers moment. Oh. Bro. And then 50% achieved. I forgot about this. We get another prize car. Hey, look at that. It's the Corvette. Corvette race car. C5R. That was giving us all that pain in the American Championship. Now we get it. For free. So pretty cool. Pretty big haul right there. Not gonna lie. Pretty fat haul right there. Pretty worth it. pretty good. So let's take a look at our 2 prize cars. First is a GC1 road car. Look at that, 550,000 value. That will come in nice later on. Could be a candidate for sweeping Polyphony Digital Cup, but I don't know if we really need it. I do want to drive this at some point though. We will definitely come back to this car. Then there's the Corvette C5R, 610 horsepower. Very nice. Very, very nice. All thanks to our Calsonic Skyline that we did 130 miles on. 138 miles there. Here's my Gillette Vertigo. 150 miles there. We did a lot of miles in the last couple events. And our percent is 51.3%. So that caps off the Amateur League for the most part. So I'll figure out what to do next week. So with that, that'll be the end of the segment.